Welcome to the Creative Business TV show where we help you make a success of your creative business. I'm your host, Kylie Carlson, and this is a little segment of the show we like to call Ask Kylie. And today's question comes from Rula, who is in Dubai. Hi Kylie, the key to social media seems to be consistency, but when it's a visual-based platform such as Instagram, I don't have enough high-quality images to consistently post, and I've made it my policy to only post images of my own work, but I feel this is limiting my presence. What should I do? Another great question, Rula. Social media, well, it's a necessary evil in business now, and if your platform is Instagram, then you're right. You do want to go with high-quality images. As you know, I love Instagram and I'm a bit of an IG nut, but it could very easily start to take over my life. So I have a plan for everything I share, from my stories to my feed. But here's the thing, Rula, not everything you share needs to be images of your work. You know, I get it. You don't want to share other people's work. You only want to share your own. But remember, these platforms are called social media for a reason, because they're social. You know, they're the one place you can show more of your personality. At the end of the day, we all know your website is your shop front. Your brochure, if you have one, is where people spend time finding out about your products or services and why they should work with you or buy from you. However, social media is different. You can give people those all-important looks from behind the scenes of what you're doing. So let's look at this from a different angle. Rather than focusing on high-quality images of your work for every post, let's come up with something, some other things that you could be doing. Now, I understand your feed, it needs to look good. You want it to have consistency to it, from the filters you use to the amount of times you post per week. So let's say your aim is to post once a day. We then need to think about what it is you're going to post each day. And the first place to start is which are the most popular days of the week. For me, it's Monday and Wednesday. So I make sure that my meatiest posts, the ones I want really good traction on, go out on those days. For you, the most popular days need to be the ones you feature your own work on. But at the end of the day, your work is the most important thing, so it should definitely be on your feed and get the prime spot. But if you don't have masses of images, then limit this to maybe once or twice a week. But make sure you have great hashtags and an amazing photo to showcase. So what are the other things you can include on your feed? Well, things like quotes. These are so popular and always go well. My advice would be to choose a quote template to use so there's consistency. And then all you need to do is simply swap out the quote each week. For me, I do my own quote. And I do a quote from somebody I admire as well. But my own quote takes top billing because I'm selling myself and my expertise. So something else you can do is to think about doing video. I don't know how confident you are, Rula, but I'm here to tell you video is huge. And this will really help to lift your IG feed. And perhaps what you could do is take a series of videos at one time and save them to use later down the line. And these videos don't have to be of you. They can be of you, being at work, doing your thing. It doesn't have to be you directly to camera. So next up are tips. Again, hugely popular on IG. And as an expert at what you do, you can offer tips to people in the same way as you would on your blog. It's just a shorter version. Team this with a really nice styled image and you're onto a winner. And when I say styled image, I'm talking about those gorgeous flat lay type images that you can either do yourself or buy from a stock site like Hot Stock. And they look great on your feed, especially if you apply the right filters to put them so that they're on brand. And finally, don't forget what I said at the beginning. Social media is social, so be social. Show some element of your life, but make sure it's on brand. For me, if I'm going to share part of my life, I always apply my black and white filter because I consistently use that everywhere. I recently went to Switzerland, for example, for work, and I popped up an image of the scenery, which, by the way, was stunning, and it wouldn't have looked right on my feed as it was, so I applied the filter, and it looked amazing. So much so, it was actually one of my most popular posts for a few weeks. Rula, I really hope that helped and that you feel you can make more out of Instagram now without having to just use pictures of your own work. Social media is an art and it's one I am constantly working at. So I don't have all the answers, I'm afraid, as it keeps moving and changing. But try those ideas and let us know how you go. And here's an idea. Why don't you all leave your IG handle in the comments so we can follow each other and help our wonderful community of creative entrepreneurs to grow and flourish. As always, I want to hear from you too. What Instagram tricks have you got? What do you use? How do you keep your feed interesting and on brand? You know the drill. Leave your comments, ideas and tricks below so we can share with each other. And that's all I have time for today. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Ask Kylie, and you'll join me next week when I answer more of your creative business questions. Don't forget to show us the love, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. And if you want to get more connected, come to kyliecarlson.co, get on the mailing list. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.